Welcome back, everybody. Today's video is going to be about this insane new Phantom Assassin build that I did in a DPC match and how you can come up with your own builds to pioneer your own meta. So just last week, I played a DPC match with Fart Studios against another NA team. And in our last match, I last picked PA. And so my idea of picking PA was I had a Pudge position 5 and a Mag offlane. So I needed a melee hero that benefited from Empower that also helped Pudge land hooks in lane. So I either needed a stun or a slow. So I was looking at like CK, Phantom Assassin, Wraith King, these type of heroes. And I wanted to also be able to get out of the Mars arena that the opponent had. So PA seemed like the natural pick. I look at the enemy draft, and I'm thinking that they have really good burst with the Mars Arena, Silencer Global, and Tusk combo, and they also have a Death Prophet ultimate, which is really hard to fight into. So I'm thinking, we need to survive their burst, long, drawn-out fights, and if we can kite their ultimates and then re-engage, it's going to result in the perfect team fights for us. So I'm thinking they have DP Silence, they have Silencer Silence, and since I also have a Magnus, free Battle Fury, I get to go items that are not as slow. So I'm thinking silences, I'm an Agi hero, let's go Manta. We need long drawn out fights, we need to kite them a little bit. Manta, what goes better with Manta than Diffusal Blade? And then it make it so they can't jump us. So I'm thinking that as long as they can't jump us, then we have cleared up everything that could possibly go wrong in a team fight. So what did I buy? I went Aghanim Scepter on PA in order to have Blur constantly up, making it difficult for them to ever jump us. And then now that they can't jump us anymore, it's now my job to be able to go on them and commit. So because they had a lot of damage over time, another way to remove their silences, I went for the Satanic. And then because they also had the Death Prophet Shard, and eventually it's hard to fight through all of their spell damage and stuns, I got that last item BKB. So I had this vision of the game, I picked my hero, it all made sense, and we lost miserably. And so when you see this build, it looks kind of stupid. Like, where's your damage, BSJ? PA is supposed to buy damage. And the point of this entire video, after debating you into thinking I came up with a new PA build, is that I was trying something, and hopefully up until the point where I told you this build failed miserably, I at least made sense to you with what I was thinking. So the real reason I'm making this video is because ever since this match, I have been getting flamed nonstop on my stream, coaching streams, people coming in telling me, you know, you're an idiot for buying Diffusal, all that kind of stuff. What was that PA build? Who do you think you are coaching people? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I tried something and I didn't really know what to pick. Last pick with our draft so far, I'm not really used to having like a 5-position Pudge, and I went for something. I attempted something that I thought made sense in theory and had reasoning behind it, and it didn't work. Like, it absolutely did not work. And I think so much of the Dota community and so many of us are afraid of trial and error. In the past, I've definitely conformed to the meta because I didn't have the confidence to try my own builds. And so I got a little bit emo about thinking people were flaming my build. I obviously didn't like the build. We lost the game. None of it feels good. But I realized that, like, what am I supposed to apologize? Supposed to feel bad for trying a build? Am I supposed to feel bad for coming up short, doing something that just didn't work out? And the answer is no. And the reason why is I feel like in esports in general, Dota especially over time, is like, if it's not meta, if it's not exactly what you thought that guy was supposed to build, people usually flame. They just jump on that flame train and immediately gang up on that one guy. And I want to encourage you guys that if people on your team have a build, if they have a way that they're playing their hero, maybe people aren't putting as much thought into it as I am, but they probably thought about it in some capacity, or at least they're trying something, or they had a vision of that game. And you're stuck with that vision of the game. You're stuck dealing with winning the game based on the items that they have. And a lot of people, they complain about what they see rather than adjusting to what they think may not be the most optimal. And I want to encourage all of you guys that if you have builds of your own that you think make sense and maybe they don't work out in the end, that if you want to try it, to go for it. Give it a valid sample size. Sometimes it's not going to work out, but ask yourself if you think it was the build or if your teammates were the ones that simply flamed you into oblivion. Obviously, in this case, I didn't get teammates that flame me. My build just didn't work. But I do feel like there's a lot of discouragement in esports, and especially in Dota, of trying builds and attempting new things and coming up with creative solutions to problems that you've never faced before. So even though this build didn't work out, I'm telling you guys that I will continue to try to come up with creative ways to play heroes that I'm not either familiar with in that exact scenario or something that I think might be able to deal with strong meta combos that the opponent has picked. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Because last thing I want to do is not promote innovation and discourage people from trying to do their own thing. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.